What is going on, everybody? It's Stas here. Welcome back to another video. So in today's video, we're going to be going over a market update, what went down today, October 5th, 2018 in the stock market. We're going to be looking at the three major indexes, what stocks I'm personally watching, what trades did I make, if any, what did I buy, what did I sell. Everything is going to be discussed in this particular video. But for those of you guys that are new to my channel, my name is Stas and I make videos dealing with swing trading, day trading, long-term investing, and my personal philosophies and strategies when it comes down to investing and trading in the stock market. So for those of you guys that are interested in learning more about that, feel free to drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram and join the Discord group chat as well as the Facebook group. All of those are linked down below in the description box. We're talking about trading, investing, stocks, stock news, networking with each other on a day-to-day basis. So make sure you guys get into those platforms. And if you guys want to be talking to me throughout the day, DMing me, talking to me in the group, that's the best way to do so. So right off the bat, guys, let's look at the S&P 500 index. We saw another red day today in this particular index, down about $16, 0.5% at the close of the market today. But we do realize that this index went down all the way to 28.69 at the low of the day, but from there we were able to recover up a solid amount, about $20, and you know, that's a very similar pattern that happened yesterday, right? We noticed that we saw a sell-off, then about 3/4 of the way into the day, we started to see a reversal. Then we saw another sell-off here. Now we're slowly starting to see a reversal. So we very well could see another sell-off on Monday, maybe even on Tuesday in this major index of the S&P 500. And overall, guys, the markets have been red over the past couple of days. This is very obvious to us that have been tracking these, major indexes, and these really just control the way the whole market is looking. And for those of you guys that haven't really noticed, a lot of stocks have been taking major hits these past couple of days. So S&P 500 down about $16. Let's take a look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average. And yes, I'm drinking a Monster at 7 p.m. at night on a Friday night. But the Dow Jones, guys, down again 180 points, down about 0.7%. And just like the S&P 500, guys, we saw yesterday a sell-off in the Dow Jones. Then about 3/4 of the way into the day, a little bit of reversal. And now, again, we opened up the market, sold off, and about 3/4 of the way into the day, a little bit of a reversal in terms of the Dow Jones. So, at the low of the day, the Dow Jones is at about $26,300. Then we closed the day at about $26,450. We still lost about 200 points in this index, but we are looking to see if this index is going to be able to hold this level that it is now. If not, the next support point is at about $26,000 on this 180 SMA, which has been a resistance or a support point in the past here, and we can clearly see that, right? But hopefully, guys, the Dow Jones doesn't really sell off all the way down to here, because that means a lot of more red days are ahead of us in pretty much this next week, right? So the Dow Jones down about 200 points today, down about 0.7%. And now if we look at the NASDAQ, this one, again, down 1%, down $76. Let's take a look at this one on the 180 chart. So, out of all of these indexes, guys, the ones that we just looked at, this one, in terms of a technical perspective, is looking the worst. We topped off here at this resistance point at about 76.90, and now we couldn't even hold above this support level here at 74.30. And let me just quickly clear these drawings, because my lines here, you guys probably can't understand them because they're just a bunch of gibberish right now. Let me just clear these really quickly. So I was looking for the, for the NASDAQ to hold above this support level here at 74.20, but now that it's broken below that, although we do see a green candlestick here, this one is still somewhat of a falling knife as of now, meaning that it's completely downtrending, no reversal in sight. Although it does have a green candlestick here, that does not mean a reversal in this particular index. But you know, this is worth noting and keeping an eye on, that the NASDAQ is in a free fall mode right now. Hopefully it's able to recover maybe around here. Maybe this green candlestick is going to, you know, hold, and maybe we're going to see some more green candlesticks start to form right around the support level for a rebound next week. Who really knows what's going to happen? But overall, guys, the markets are red. And we were looking at a couple of stocks in my 5 bonus stock video. If you guys didn't watch that video, it's the previous video that I made. I think it was released on Thursday, so go check that video out. And we were pretty much talking about 5 stocks that opened up very nice margins of profit due to the market sell-offs that we've been seeing. You know, we saw the sell-off in the S&P, we saw the sell-off in the Dow Jones, and we obviously see the sell-off in the NASDAQ. And that opened up very nice margins of profits for these large cap corporations that we were talking about in that video. Again, go check that video out. And me personally, guys, today I didn't take any positions except for selling my position in AMD. We know that I had a position in AMD, and I ended up taking a little bit of a profit on AMD today at about $28. I ended up selling. I'll tell you guys exactly where I ended up selling. So we popped up here at 28.40, right? I wish I sold here, but I did not sell here because we don't know what the market is going to be doing. This is something that's impossible. You can't time the market. You can't predict the market. We obviously all know this. Then we saw the big sell-off here to about 26 or about 27.60. Then we saw the pop-up here at 28.14, and then we started to push down in price. And this gave me the notion, this gave me the pretty much the alert in my head that AMD is currently making lower highs. We noticed the high here at 28.30, and then this high right here slowly started to push back down in price, and it started to break below the EMA. It started to break below the 180 SMA here, and then the 50-day SMA eventually. And this gave me the sign that, you know, AMD was going to have a red day today, and especially because of the markets pushing down. You know, I just felt a little bit more comfortable selling off my position at $28, taking the small profit that I did have in AMD, and then we notice it sold off all the way down to $27. So the whole goal here, guys, with this AMD position is that I obviously just don't have any more money in AMD right now, but I'm eyeing up a better average cost position in this particular stock because I do still like it. We're noticing a little break below the 180 SMA here, and that's another reason as to why I don't want to be holding any of these shares over the weekend, but I really want to be able to see if I can get in at a better price point as AMD slowly starts to consolidate and curls back up, ideally above this EMA line that we see here, and I would ideally want it to see, you know, a support point on this 180 SMA, because as of now, guys, it did break below the 180 SMA, and this is not the best sign in terms of a technical analysis, right? We want to see a stock maintain this 180 support and slowly start to curl up before putting money or, you know, adding more money into it. But again, I talked about how I jumped the gun a little bit on this AMD trade when I did take the position, and this was a risk I was willing to take. I ended up profiting a little bit of money on this one, and you know, I just took the profits there, and now I'm waiting to re-enter into this position. So I want to talk about natural gas really quickly because I have been getting a bunch of questions in the Discord group chat as well as DMs and Discord group chat DMs as well on natural gas and DGAS and UGAS. So let me talk about this really quickly, but again, let me take a sip of this monster. So guys, natural gas has been extremely bullish over the past couple of weeks. We noticed this. It bounced here on the support at 275, and from there it's been shooting up in price. And this 50-day SMA indicator has been acting as a support level pretty much for the past couple of weeks. We notice we saw a huge sell-off here in natural gas, and then it bounced here and pushed up to another higher high. Now we see a huge sell-off here again, and we're holding above this 50-day SMA, and a green candlestick is starting to form pretty much after hours on top of this 50-day SMA. So a lot of people were asking me, like, is this the opportunity to get into DGAS as a swing trade, or is this more of the opportunity to get into UGAS, you know, potentially, you know, if natural gas bounces here, that would be a good play for UGAS, right? So me personally, guys, I'm looking at this as a better opportunity for UGAS because, like I said in the Discord group chat, guys, I want to see a break below this 50-day SMA and a break at least below $3.10 for natural gas before even considering swing trading DGAS, because a lot of people got burned in the past here when they thought that this point right here was a good opportunity to get into DGAS, but then, you know, it bounced there and it shot up immensely the next day. This very well could happen again, right? We can bounce here tomorrow or the next trading day on Monday, and we can shoot up to 330. Who really knows? And that's obviously not going to be good for DGAS. And if we just look at DGAS really quickly, guys, this one has not really confirmed a reversal quite yet. We notice it's consolidating here and it's trading a little bit above the EMA, but look at this, guys. This has happened in the past before. We've consolidated, we broke above a little bit, but then we shot all the way down again. It happened here. We broke above a little bit, then we shot all the way down again. So we don't want to get faked out in terms of this particular trade, so patience is key. And if we look over here to the UGAS ETF, guys, this one's uptrending in price and it's holding above this 50-day SMA indicator. So me personally, guys, I'm going to be looking at this one more next week in terms of, you know, Monday to Friday, due to the potential for profit being about 10% on this one, and due to natural gas still being on that uptrending pattern. And if it's able to bounce on that 50-day SMA on the 180 chart, guys, we're going to be able to profit very nicely on UGAS. So we saw some of the other stocks that I was talking about in that top 5 bonus stock video. A lot of those also fell down even more in price today. We were looking at Visa as a potential entry point today, but we saw it drop down another $1.40, down about another 1% here. And, you know, this one could be setting up itself for a very nice play this upcoming week if it's able to hold above this 180 SMA. And we noticed that after hours, it's pushing up a little bit more after hours. We noticed that, you know, we saw the sell-off here, just like we saw in the major indexes, right? We saw the major sell-offs, and then we saw 3/4 of the way into the day, we saw a break above the EMA, break above the SMA indicators, and then we were pushing up in price from there. And even after hours, we're up a little bit, maybe to, what's that say, about 145. 55, a little bit more, right? About 20 cents higher than where we closed at. So, guys, I didn't take any new positions today due to the market still selling off. And I want to get in at the best possible price, right? So I didn't really see value in taking any initial positions today because my whole watch list, the stocks that I was watching and looking to trade today, really just sold off even more, right? And there was no value in those trades for me. So I ended up staying away, sitting on my cash today, and just waiting for the next market day to see if we're able to recover, guys, because I'm really waiting for the bounce in the S&P 500, in the Dow Jones, and in the NASDAQ, which is going to end up pushing up these stocks that we're watching, especially Visa, guys, because this is a very big company. It's going to end up pushing up Nike as well, which is one that we were looking to re-enter. But now we see that even with Nike, guys, we broke below this 180 SMA indicator. So now, guys, pretty much Nike is in a full-on downtrending pattern. It's trading below the EMA, the 180 SMA, and the 50 SMA. Now what I really want to see is if Nike's going to be able to hold this $80 support level. And if it breaks below this $80 support level, guys, Pretty much not even going to be looking at Nike, but let's say we are able to hold above here and slowly start to curl back up next week. This one does offer a very nice margin of about 7%, and just like the previous time we traded, guys, traded Nike, if we're able to get up to that $85, $86 resistance point, which is very likely, we can grab at least 5 to 6% of that profit. So major sell-offs in the markets today, guys. PayPal is another one that I'm watching, and even this one broke below the key support level I was watching it at about $84, $85. So a bunch of these stocks are just in sell-off mode right now. Look at Netflix, guys. This one sold off a bunch from where we were watching it, and it pretty much is trading right at that same support level at about 350, 340, about 348-ish, 350-ish. Right here. So this one could be a potential bounce back play next week if we're able to hold above this 345, 350-ish support level on Netflix, ticker symbol NFLX. But you know, just sell-offs all across the board today. Take a look at Shopify, guys. This one took a massive hit. This one, it's kind of in a downtrending pattern right now. We notice it's making lower highs. The high here was at 176. The high here is at about 166. So, you know, if we're able to hold this support level right here, guys, you can see that this is a support level at about $141-ish. We were able to bounce there today because we do notice that this one sold all the way down, sold off all the way down to 140-ish, which is that support level that I was just talking about. So this one could be a potential bounce back play next week as well. If we're able to trade back up to at least 155, that does give us a very solid 5 to 6% potential for profit in terms of Shopify. So pretty much, guys, the main ones that I'm going to be watching very closely are AMD, Shopify, you know, PayPal, Visa, Netflix. I'm going to be watching Tesla for a potential bounce back play from that 262 support that it is at right now. So this one could offer some good margin, maybe up to about 10 to 15% if it's able to get back up to about $300. And I do think that this sell-off is coming due to Elon Musk tweeting yesterday at the SEC. He said something crazy about the SEC yesterday. What did he call them? Comment down below if you know what he called them. He said something like the short seller exchange, something like that. It was just funny as heck, man. This guy is crazy. Even after his close call with the SEC, he's still going at them. But I'm guessing that's why Tesla stock is selling off. So, you know, that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. A bunch of sell-offs. The markets are red. I'm just waiting for the rebound in the markets to get into these big-name stocks that will yield me 3 to 7% each if they do end up bouncing where I intend them and where I see them to bounce based off of my technical analysis. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and follow me on Twitter if you guys want to keep along with me, and join that Discord group as well as the Facebook group. That's the best place that you can contact me personally throughout the day. I'm talking to all the members. We're talking about stocks, investing, trading, stock market news, and all that stuff that we love about and talk about on this channel. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a great weekend. Have a great Friday night. Peace.